And it should be starting. Yeah, it's starting. Hello and
Ordinary daily life.
welcome to the stream, everyone. In the future,
The future.
And it's a slow life.
So, hi everybody.
Hello, everybody.
hello.
No, you need to go like hello every Gundam or something. Put your own spin on it, you know?
Gundam
So
Gal.
Hello, wait, whatever. Hello, everybody. Zako. Hello, Zako. Hello, Zako. This is a reference to, of course, SD Gundam Force, the super deformed Gundam CG show for children that they aired sometime between Seed Season 1 and Seed Season 2.
I saw that.
That show is good. Unironically, maybe in the top 5 Gundams.
Yeah.
Easily better than Eva Season of Seed.
Oh, yeah. It's not overtly hating women, for one.
Oh yeah, I think I can think of few shows that hate women more overtly than Gundam Seed.
Let's not talk about hating that women right now, and let's talk about hating school right now.
okay. I haven't been to school in like a solid, what, 16 years?
Wow, you must really hate it then.
Yep. Fuck school. It's not a good institution, honestly.
Ordinary daily life. Always the same. Each day always the same. Our youth slipping away. What if? Title drop, everybody clap. All that was taken away. What if our school was drawn into another world?
That's right, we're playing Another World / Out of This World.
This is the story of young men and women lost in the abyss. I kind of want to hit a cinema sins thing sound every time the word if comes up in the dialogue, but I feel like that might be too much.
Yeah, every single time if comes up, you need to go title drop.
And everybody
Ding.
claps.
You know, we could put CinemaSins ding on the soundboard and infuriate James.
I think that's an awful decision. I think that's going to infuriate everybody after a couple days.
Yeah.
However, for a couple days, I'm sure that would be really funny.
Yeah, probably.
1994, Atlas.
Oh, right. Input. Up, left, down, right. Okay. Should be working now, unless it's not.
That's how my employer talks about me.
Hold on, let me reset. Okay, recent games. Okay, there it goes. You seeing things?
On the stream, I mean, I have been seeing things, but I've kind of been seeing the same thing over and over. Now I see blackness.
But
Oh.
I'm,
yeah, it's starting.
Yeah, I'm live. I'm streaming the live video to the Discord.
Oh, that's what you mean. Hold on.
Yeah, that's the side stream, to use streamer parlance.
Yeah.
Yeah, the side streams work.
Ow.
Yeah. I'm just
Ow.
posting the link on Dead Site Twitter. I need to get a Blue Sky code at some point, but I am not together enough to actually make an account there. Yeah.
So you might have noticed I loaded up a save state. It's cause... Well, I just wanted to skip getting to the place.
Yeah. Right, yeah, you got a different name on Dark Wizard James Mason. Tequila Saku.
Damn Lamia.
Thanks for reflecting, Aries.
Is this like an intro video playing, or are we already playing?
No, we're already playing. James loaded a save state.
Oh, okay.
This is the entire game. Sorry.
Ah, son of a bitch.
As you can see, it's exactly identical to Pokemon.
Hold on, let me load up the save state again.
You're caught in a time loop, James.
Living in the fucking time warp. I'm living in a
Just a
fucking
jump to the
time.
left, and a step to the right. No.
Okay, But yeah, anyway. Do I have core shields? No, I don't. Just gonna have to take it. Oh, this poison. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's not it.
We wasted all of our banter and pre-stream talk, you know? We were talking about
mean-
My Hero Academia and Naruto and even Bleach.
Yeah. It's always
Like-
even Bleach, the end can of
Yeah.
anime.
Listen, Bleach had so much potential. Like, everything before Soul Society was, oh, okay, you're building up this cast of characters, and it's like, nope, 200 guys.
Chronic addiction to introducing new guys. That's Kaitsubo's
there
real
are-
big problem. Listen,
Yeah,
my
it
favorite
really-
guy in Bleach has like 2 fights and immediately gets his ass kicked, and I love
Chad?
him. So it's just, you know. the
No,
tragedy.
Chad has more than 2 fights, but he gets flattened in every single one of them.
I can't even imagine Chad losing.
I can't even imagine Chad losing.
the,
Ah,
the, the,
that is
virgin,
classic.
the Virgin Ichiko and the Chad.
Oh man, my favorite guy is actually Shinji. So
Oh, the Vizard, I think?
yeah, the leader of the Vizards.
Yeah,
I
I
think he's very
vaguely
cool.
remember him being introduced and going, okay, what's his deal? And then never finding out what his deal actually was and not caring.
His deal is very cool. He has a whole flashback. He fights
Yeah.
Aizen once and immediately gets owned. He fights one other character later in the 1000 Year Blood War and also immediately gets rocked. The problem is that his power is extremely easy to right people beating.
Yeah.
With he basically has the power to reverse your controls, and you can always just say, "Well, I'm so cool that I don't even care that you reverse my controls."
Yeah.
It's a real tragedy.
I mean, that's the thing that, what's she called? Tsunade in Naruto does. Like, she punches you and rewires your entire nervous system to go
Yeah, it's
backwards.
just like that.
Except she also does not have a great record for winning fights.
No, because it's an
'Cause
extremely
it really
easy
is just
power to
that-
right people ignoring.
I'm good enough, I'm skilled enough that I can ignore that. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
You just, like, beyond a certain
he's
level,
so cool.
everyone's gonna pass it. So,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I ultimately kind of appreciate that Bleach is not a very ambitious series. It is, at its heart, a series about how cool it is when people hit each other with swords. Which I think sometimes plays to its benefits, because it can never upset me the way Naruto upsets me when it tries to be about things and runs off a cliff.
oh god, the politics in Naruto.
Yeah. Bleach's politics are Ichigo doesn't really care. He's
Ichigo
homies
doesn't
with
care. He was
Rukia.
fighting
So-
Soul Society.
Yeah.
So the guide
Ton
was
speed.
wrong. Ares was able
Oh.
to pull the Megaton Spear out of the pot, even though he does not have both 20 strength and vitality. Or stamina. I think it has something to do with HP. Maximum HP. As this demon that was recommended that I used to pull the thing out of there has over 600 HP.
Yeah. God, stat check for your demon's stat there is, yeah.
Also, my character has a little over 20 strength and about 20
Meowdy.
Meowdy!
My human character has 20 strength and 20 stamina, well, over 20 strength, but cannot pull the thing out of the thing. So,
And
yeah.
can't pull the sword from the stone?
No. There is a sword in the stone in the game, but actually we can't get it on this run. But on my other run, we
Yeah, you
will
need to be
get
rightful king of England, and it's an RNG thing.
it.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
damn.
divine right of kings doesn't always play fair.
Whack. Though, God, I'm sorry, but thinking about that, my mind went to the most whack, either the most whack or most interesting crossover possible. Of what if Fate crossover with the SMT? Somehow, of
I mean,
you can
yeah.
summon, the like like I'm an answer like
Like,
and
I could
demons or
see
something.
a Fate spin-off game with Shin Megami Tensei mechanics, basically.
I think an
Yeah.
extremely funny way you could realize this is like you go and summon Saber, and then Saber pulls out her smartphone and is like, "Okay, I have the demon summoning app. Let's do this."
God. Just summoning all
Delegation.
the way down.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
delegation.
subcontracting.
Yeah,
Oh,
seems
and
more-
then the
that-
demon that gets summoned does the one like fucking GBA game that's like where you just call in monsters to help you.
Oh,
yeah. The
Just-
demon
we
pulls out a
had to keep
Pokeball.
bleeding it. God,
Telefang Genju, that's it.
yeah,
The
that
demons
one.
have to play Yu-Gi-Oh against each other after they are summoned.
I was going to say, that seems more of a caster role to summon demons.
Hmm.
But yeah.
That would be pretty sick. You just one of the casters they summon is randomly what's the guy's name from SMT1? I forget, but they just summoned him and he's the caster in a Fate game.
Officially, he is called
Yeah.
the hero, the main
Okay.
character of the first game.
We've summoned the hero.
Well, he has a
Which
name in the
one?
novels. Oh wait, actually, I'm thinking of the first Megami Tensei game. Might be.
Oh, Nakajima. Akemi
Yeah,
Nakajima.
Nakajima. I was thinking of Akemi Nakajima.
Yeah,
Maybe not the most sicko caster of all time, but definitely not the least sicko caster of all time.
absolutely. Good doggy.
Whoa, Orpheus, let's go.
Yay.
This is definitely, if someone mentions an
Oh,
Orpheus
shit.
to you, you can safely assume they are a Megami Tensei fan.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what Orpheus is, but you know. Like,
Also. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I'm. Yeah, I just think it's a monster with significantly less mainstream popularity than some other pulls in the series.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you put Orpheus next to Cerberus, and everyone goes, "Oh yeah, it's my friend Cerberus. Who's this other guy?"
It's my friend Cerberus and his occasional recolor.
God.
But what were we on earlier? Oh yeah, Naruto when it tries to be about things.
That sounds like a potential disaster.
Oh yeah. I mean, with the controversial opinion, Sasuke was actually right about everything he wanted to do, and he should have killed all the Hokages.
Yeah.
You know what? Oh, sorry.
To
Go
be
ahead.
fair, like,
Yeah.
you can only kill one Hokage at a time. The Ho is actually the one specific, like the Hokage is specifically for the Hidden Leaf Village. Now you got to kill the Tsukikage and the
And the
Tsuchikaze and
Raikage, yes, I know.
Kage. So,
I
yeah,
know that. I was.
but like this does not preclude killing every Hokage. You know?
That does not preclude killing every Hokage because those guys refuse to stay dead.
Listen, like Orochimaru revives what 3 of them as a flex.
Yeah. Orochimaru, or homie by proxy. He was around long enough that everybody stopped complaining about the war crimes. Modern Twitter
Yeah,
tactics.
he did not
God.
change.
He did not change. He was just there long enough that
If
people
you look
stopped
up
caring.
if you look up Orochimaru on Ninja YouTube, like the second hit is like it's Orochimaru allegations, Orochimaru controversy, and then nobody clicks those. You
Yeah,
just have to
it's
watch
like,
his channel, where he just streams Five Nights at Freddy's non-stop.
God.
occasionally talks about stealing somebody's body, and it's like, oh, haha, very funny.
It's just that's funny, and nobody gets on his case about all of the war crimes.
Yeah, and there's not like a story to this. This is not like, oh, actually, the village had been secretly funding him, and that's why, blah
Yeah.
blah blah. You know, this
He
is like
wasn't a triple
this so
agent. He wasn't like
yeah, he
working
wasn't.
with like gritted teeth on the side of good because he's like, oh, I can't let the world be destroyed, even if
Or
I have my own goal. Like, no, he's
neither
just
was there just
the
a
same
plausible
person.
deniability angle of them wanting to offshore all their war crime research. You know, that it's none of those. He's just here hanging out, and then
God.
eventually everybody got to kill him once and was like, I guess I'm good.
Yeah.
God. You know what? I'm just reminded. The only God, the one thing I could add to this is I'm reminded of the colon space twinks Tumblr post where Sasuke is like, I want to kill all the Hokages, and then like Kakashi is like, okay, well, what do you want to do afterwards? Like, there has to, you have all these people living under the system. Like, we had to have a plan of what we want to do afterwards. Like, do we want to make sure that everyone has houses and like has food, and got like basically like trying to make us like somehow all his old buddies trying to make him into a communist. It's like, well, if we're gonna kill all the Hokages, like we need a plan for the afterwards.
It
And
makes
I
me
just
think.
love that.
Oh yeah, it makes me think about the other obvious Bleach comparison of Mayuri Kuretsushi, who is exactly like Orochimaru, except they
Yeah,
openly
he's just a
acknowledge that
Orochimaru.
he's doing crimes and no one cares. And it also is just
God.
like they say they putting Aizen in jail for 12,000 years, but they're definitely pulling him out the second there's like a captain opening and they can't fill it for 2 weeks. Central 46 does not care. They're like, oh, ran out of guys. Ah, shit. I guess let's wheel him out. What's the worst that can happen?
God.
Oh no, we totally have to get this war criminal out of jail. We don't have a
God, yeah.
choice.
There's nothing we can do. Our hands are tied, I say as I'm stamping the document.
Yeah. Just the like ninja version of Operation Paperclip.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, Boruto could be such an interesting series if it could at all acknowledge that what Naruto's doing is almost objectively evil in that series. But there's absolutely no interest to explore the whole shonen hero that lives long enough to be a villain angle. As much as I love
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Pity.
found the edit of the like Naruto politics that came from the Something Awful thread when Naruto was like winding down as a manga.
that looks very
Where they
good.
went-
Hold on, you need to look at this.
It's just them debating about we need to reform society.
I think we should somewhat improve society. Yet you participate in society.
Orochimaru like
Sasuke!
sitting in the well, yet you participate in it. I can't remember what Orochimaru sounds like.
Probably vaguely Frieza-like.
Yet you participate in it. Yeah, that's it. You're probably like a bit deeper than that, actually. But I cannot remember.
Orochimaru, you are literally body snatching people, yet you participate in society.
I can only think of a parody thing doing Orochimaru's voice.
If you can.
Because it's been so long since I've seen any Naruto. Aside from a guy just talking about how he's just how ridiculous the Uber chosen one stuff becomes, because it gets silly.
That's true, and I think that's a valid complaint. However, I do think that it's just easy to focus on because of all the other problems with Naruto.
Oh yeah.
Which is a pity, because there's like there's stuff to like in Naruto, but then also, yeah, it gets buck wild in so many ways.
Yeah, and then it has a finale equivalent to finding out they canceled bus services across the nation as you have been visiting your parents and have to walk 4 days home to your hometown through the wilderness.
Then you play
The appendix of shonen arcs.
Then you play Resident Evil 4.
Yeah. The Great Ninja War may be the worst arc in a manga I've read in a long time.
I stopped reading the manga long ago, and there's a point where my knowledge of Naruto comes only from second-hand sources.
Yeah, I can
Oh,
easily see
yeah.
that how that happens. That arc is basically 15 climaxes in a row where everyone does their big final attack and then a villain goes out actually at another form, and then eventually they get replaced by another worse villain with a less interesting motivation, and it happens about 4 times in a
That
row.
does happen 4 times, as far as I know.
Yeah, exactly. It's great.
It's a
At first you
succession
start with
of
someone where it's like,
progressively worse villains.
yeah, at first you start with someone who's like, okay, this guy's cool. He was here since the start. Oh, nope, he's gone. Okay, well, this is another villain. He's been built up to a while. He has, like, a personal relationship. He's a parallel to Naruto. Oh, no, he's gone. Oh, it's this guy who's been dead for 400 years. What's his deal? Oh, he wants to conquer the world, I guess. Oh, okay. Oh no, now it's this lady. What does she want? I don't know.
She's actually an alien. The end. It's never elaborated.
Just play Bloodborne at that point.
Yeah.
I just... yeah, it's... You could have just... The thing is, right? I think this genuinely comes because he planned on all those villains from really early on, and then did not think about how to make time for all of them during that finale.
Yeah, it's
God.
like, dude, pick one of them.
Yeah, right? Because I already think Obito is not that interesting, but he's a hell of a lot better than Madara, who is nothing.
He's just a nothing character, and then somehow the next guy behind him is that plant dude?
Yeah, that plant dude is more like an interstitial between him and Kaguya, but yeah, he's around, and then Kaguya has like negative amounts of nothing.
She's
Like,
involved in a twist. It's like, and so you see, ninja society is all descended from this alien woman from the moon who has magic powers and has the original magic eye, and you're like, okay.
okay, cool.
It's like a pop-up explaining her entire deal, and just okay is the only response.
Yeah, well, I'm
It
just
doesn't
like,
mean anything.
yeah, especially not this late in the game when you can't really do anything with it. This has no thematic implications of any kind. It doesn't change
Like,
anything.
For all that I rag on Obito and Madara and all of the Uchiha stuff, at least that's set up. At least that
Yeah,
has some narrative weight to it. At least it's like,
at
oh,
least
the
Obito is
Uchiha
like,
massacre, of course.
yeah, at least Obito's like a guy. He's a parallel to Naruto. He has a relationship with Kakashi that means something, you know? He was
Yeah.
there for a while as he was around. I don't think he's that interesting. But he has a thing. He's a guy. He's a real guy. He's a real person.
Yeah.
Madara is nobody. Madara is... What if suddenly in... I don't even know the example. What if you were reading Pride and Prejudice and suddenly the resurrected corpse of Napoleon showed up to become the main villain? Like, this has nothing to do with the story we're telling.
Yeah.
God, I love Pride and Prejudice and just the idea of, like, you know, this romance happening and then fucking the corpse of Napoleon showing up and like, oh god, we have to kill him now. It's up to us to kill Napoleon's corpse. And it's like...
What
that would
does
have
this
made
have
a
to
much
do with
better
the
movie.
story?
Exactly, it would have... Oh. Either a demon emperor.
He brought the Megatron. Oh, the Megaton Sphere, not the Megatron Sphere.
That's what Megatron wanted to do to
I see
fuse
you
with.
brought the Megatron sphere. Well done, Starscream. Next.
They're getting lazier and lazier with Megatron's alt modes, I say, as he's just turning into a ball.
He did want to fuse
You
with
could have at least brought me the tank.
Unicron.
Yeah, I mean that's when Megatron refused with Unicron could be called a Megatron sphere.
What?
Yeah.
There's more?
Yes, you need to bring me Galvatron Spear. Nah, just kidding. I want you to defeat Atsuki.
What? I thought Otsuki was your flunky.
Things change, okay? No, he just worships me and hopes to get into my good graces, but he's totally worthless.
Is that a little hard on his chest? That's cute.
Not only did he let you out of the school, but he's constantly failed at everything he's tried since.
Nah, it's like a badge.
I see.
I have no need of him. Go through the door to the south and go up the second staircase. Chuck, there, I want you to finish off Atsuki. And for the record, it's not a heart, it's more of a... What would you even call that? Some kind of pentagon. It's in a regular shape, it's hard to describe. Yeah.
Yeah.
The lab and Otsuki is. His lab is, it's down there. Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of a shame that at the end of Naruto, what's his name? Kabuto didn't really get to do anything. He was not meaningfully more or less evil than Orochimaru, but we had to knock him off because
Didn't
reasons,
he,
I
like,
guess.
transplant Orochimaru into himself and become like a tailed beast, but the beast is Orochimaru, and then it turns out Orochimaru is just still alive?
I think it was something like... No, actually, I think he was just unlocked Orochimaru's Sage powers, because it turns out that the thing that Naruto did with Sage mode was just how Orochimaru was rocking 24/7, and that's why he looks like that. I think that's what I remember it being. It was complicated. I just don't... I mean, I guess he worked with Obito, but I don't remember what other bad thing he did at the end. He just resurrected some people.
Yeah. And it's like, is it a crime to raise the dead with no other motives?
No, but, you know, people have arguments about this.
Oh, so everybody hates dying, but when I bring back the dead, suddenly I'm the bad guy.
That's a completely correct argument, you know?
Yeah, it is. It's just, you know, funny to ignore all the ethical implications of that.
Yeah, listen, now if I said
People
something
die
like,
when they
what
are
if to
killed.
resurrect the dead, I killed literally everyone else on the planet? That's more something you can have an argument about.
God, there's so much that I didn't get to watch all the anime, much less read the manga. So it's great hearing that all the more necromancy than I've was exposed to in various ways. You know what? One thing I will never forgive Naruto for is Sakura not really like from what I remember, she doesn't really get to do much, even though like there's the one part I know in the anime where she's fighting the puppet guy or whatever.
Well,
And,
actually,
like-
she's not fighting the puppet guy, she's getting puppeted around to fight the
Yeah.
puppet guy.
But I
Yeah.
mean, in the anime, they kind of made it seem like, you know, that's like, oh, to give her a power boost. But even like the woman like pupping her around, like, holy shit, I'm not doing most of this. She's just stupidly strong. This girl can punch boulders, like large boulders. Why is she this strong?
She doesn't
Yeah.
have sacred destiny or secret
The one
bloodline
time
power,
they tried
so...
to give Sakura a moment in all of Shippuden. Except for
Yeah.
near the end, I think in some of the climaxes she was part of the final attack, but that really ceased meaning a lot after number like 6 or 7.
God. Yeah, I wish you got to do more, you know? It's a shame that it's like, you have, you know, the girl who's really strong, like, cool, and then she just doesn't really do anything in the story, like,
She has comedy anime strength, which means
Yeah.
yeah, basically.
Yep.
where it's like a girl who's strong. What?
Naruto is extremely bad about really thinking, okay, I need to give the woman something, so I'm gonna have a long-winded explanation about how they're really cool and talented and smart, and how Sakura's grades are actually way better than Sasuke and Naruto, and then have her immediately get her ass kicked, because I don't actually want to write the story about her.
Naruto is bad
Which
at
is-
thinking.
Yeah, it's just an infuriating compromise to have this go, oh no, she's so good actually, she's the strongest, she's the best, she's so cool, watch this, and then shows a picture of her falling flat on her face.
Yeah. God. Now I'm just thinking of her being really strong as some sort of Sonic Heroes team of like her, Sasuke, Naruto of like, you know, ideally she'd be like the power one, but who the hell is Flight in between all Flight and Speed? I mean, they're all ninjas, so they're all pretty speedy.
Sasuke
But-
is Flight because he flies away
Oh, the
from his
hand thing.
family
Hmm.
to fight dinosaurs and have relationships with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that's like the only Naruto thing anyone has talked about positively in the last 6 years.
Positively.
People do like the Naruto. People say the relationship between Sasuke and that Velociraptor has more weight than the relationship between him and Sakura has ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna weigh in on the Sonic Heroes thing here. So you may remember that there's a big thing in Naruto that every one of the teams of what are they called? Genin? They're all teams of 3, right? So either you're arbitrarily splitting each of those teams of 3 up into, okay, here's power, speed, and fight, and then trying to figure out what the hell is Sasuke then. Or you're mixing and matching between the teams, and you're going, okay, we need one person who could be said to have a flight power, one person who could be said to have speed power, you know?
I mean, Ino can like possess tails to fly or something.
Yeah.
I think this breaks down when you see when you have a team like Ino Chika Show, which has like,
Bored deer,
One?
butterfly.
yeah, I mean, Choji
The
could
butterfly,
be
of course,
flight,
can't fly.
speed. He could be flight, speed, or power, and the other two could be none of those things. So it's really Choji carrying in the Sonic Heroes
Yeah.
comparison.
The entire team is just Choji, but like his friends are tagging along, and so like when he's using the flight power, it's like, you know, acting like, yeah, I'm the one bringing this to the table, and it's Choji the whole time.
Choji can even do a spin dash.
Yeah,
God.
he actually can. He just like inflates himself into a ball, you know?
Yeah.
Inflates
And
you big, inflates me big and round.
Inflates you big
Oh,
and
no.
round. God. So the original context for that is someone going, oh, well, we can't argue about politics. Inflates you big and round. And it's like, if you're in furry fandom, absolutely kick people out if they have rancid politics. Please, I'm begging
Oh
you.
yeah, absolutely.
Like,
God,
Man,
that-
I had a conversation with someone who was coming into a group where we were group watching an anime.
So you come, you
And,
little brats. This time. What? The Demon Emperor told you to kill me? No, it can't be.
That's not how I expected Bolitsky to look.
Heh, you can't fool me trying a little psychological warfare, are you? Well, it won't work. Take a look. My body overflows with the influence of plasma power. You're doomed. The power of plasma compels you.
God,
Christ.
I love that he keeps mechanizing himself. Like, he didn't always have tank treads. Or that cool of a robot arm. So like, yeah, I love this weirdo.
God, this guy derailed whatever we were talking about before.
Oh yeah, he's just like that.
Oh
I mean,
right,
look at him.
the furry inflates you big and round
Oh,
thing. There's a thing in furry communities of, oh well, we need to tolerate everyone. No, you don't.
I mean,
You
it
don't.
depends on the part of the community, but yeah, definitely. I'm glad there are definitely like there are people who are just like, no, we like zero tolerance for that
Like,
nonsense.
there's a
And
reason there's a category of people you could call Nazi furs, and you should not tolerate or include them.
oh, absolutely. Like I 100% agree. But also to go back to specifically the inflates you big and round guy, of just like people were trying to have a conversation about politics and they're like, no, I don't want to, and like I'm gonna ignore that. And then like later, I think I forgot what I think like he like lost a lot of money in like Bitcoin or like NFT. Like he did something happened and he was just having a miserable time. And it's like, oh no, my Bitcoin or whatever. Everyone was just like inflates you big and round.
Oh, my ape's gone.
Inflates your apes
Oh,
big and round.
oh, I
Inflates you
Oh
big and
no.
round.
lost again. I don't believe it. This is all Plasma's fault. Yet again, Otsuki ran away.
But no, I was having a moment where somebody was joining in on a group watch, started speaking about completely unrelated topics, and then had questions and, as extremely lefty anime server. So I was kind of shocked that a guy like that was already there, but then we're all trying to be nice and give him the benefit of the doubt on just being incredibly naive with the topics he was talking about. But also bringing stuff up like, yeah, there's a lot of like black guys with Andre and French names like that, and I wonder why that is. And it's just like looking to my side like, oh Jesus.
Oh.
And he finished it off by, oh yeah, what are all your profile pics from? Mine is from this cool band called Negative XP, and I'm just like, I'm leaving this goddamn call.
God. Oh, since we're on this topic, God, I'm seeing a screenshot of like the fucking the like okay the the source of it, right? Of like the guy's friend, or I guess now former friend, probably was like his tweet was, a coup was attempted to overthrow the government, startle the dictator as the leader of this country, talking about the January 6 attempted coup. And then Diesel McRingtail Fuzzbutt was like, oh, I like you deeply as a friend, and I'm going to choose to not even respond to that. And then inflates you, making you big and round. I'm trying to figure out, like, why was he dunked? I remember everyone started dunking on him, specifically after something happened. And and then everyone just replied to his post as inflates you big and round.
Makes you
And
big
he's
and
like, no,
round.
stop it. And like, no, we're not stopping
No.
that. Like, get fucked. God. What a fucking chode. Oh, okay, this is... Alright, what happened? Right? On February, I guess... No, I'm not gonna give a shout out to Know Your Meme. Like, but anyway, on February 17th, 2021, this fucking Nazi fuck posted a screenshot of a tweet by a furry talking about, he was just like, oh, about time, in response to the death of Rush Limbaugh. Limbaugh? How can I not pronounce his name? Rush Limbaugh. No, how am I fucking up
Rush
his name?
Limbaugh.
Yeah, saying
As far
like,
as I know.
just like poking a screenshot of that, like, hey, Furfest, Anthrocon, whatever, you may want to rethink having this person as an entertainer at your conventions, right? When he celebrates the death of others that he disagrees with, and in response, everyone flooded his comments with inflates you, making you big and round.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's so good. So that's why
It's
he got created. Like,
irony.
yeah, like, oh no, you can't, you can't say bad things about, a noted like, uh, like
Oh no, you
conservative
can't
who,
have politics that differ from mine, even though when this came up before, I said this exact thing. Yeah.
yeah. So like, yeah, no, God, glad that's why he got dunked on. I'm like, no, you can't be mean to this guy who absolutely
Listen.
hated and spread a bigotry around,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of people.
There are
No,
people who you should bully out of fandom.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
yeah,
Uh, yeah, not every. I mean, I don't know. I'm someone who tends to give people a lot of benefit on the doubt of just being stupid and not malicious, but eventually you have to draw a line where
There's
it's
a
just like,
point where you
no,
go, okay,
revise
this
your views
person
or
knows what they're
leave.
talking about. And sucks.
Yeah. Like,
uh,
I don't know, I think it's totally fair to say, hey, revise your views, never talk about this again, or leave.
yeah, I, like a week or so ago, a couple of weeks ago, had to deal with this person who was being creepy about underage characters and just like called them out, and then and then some other people just like got angry at me for being rude about it, and I was like, fuck politeness.
Yeah, that's something you absolutely should be rude about. It's like, hey, what are you doing if this is what you think is acceptable? Yeah.
There's absolutely things that where being rude at the person about it is fine.
yeah. You can't just solve everything with kindness. There are people who are just not going to respond, no matter what. And but it's a it takes for some things. It's like you gotta realize like, okay, is this a time for me to like be rude, or do I just need to calm down a bit? Because sometimes it's like you're like, hey, this is kind of like off base, and the person's like, oh, it's my bad. I'm like, cool, but then yeah, it gets, yeah. We've all been there with different things of just like, yo, no, this actually sucks. Like you can't like, no, I'm not gonna just be okay with this.
Because I had to deal with people like that. And trying to be kind only got me trauma. Trying to be polite only got me trauma from them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm usually a little bit too scared to be rude to people I know I'll see again, but I tend to give people a real big piece of my mind when I know that it's like, oh yeah, we're not seeing each other again. Okay, now you get to hear my opinion about you.
God, not I know there's once a streamer I used to like be a regular with, actually once a mod for them, but then like shit went south, and it's funny looking back on like, oh, Demon Emperor time.
So, you finally defeated Atsuki, I see. You didn't finish him off, though. I cannot let her go yet, Dan. Through the north is a room with a statue of me. Get on your knees in front of it and worship it. Okay.
I
Are
already,
you gonna, like, whip the bed with your belt next? It's not impressive.
Yeah,
that post.
I think the like original GIF was made as just like as a joke, but then people got like weird about it.
Yeah, and then people made the like, oh, both of us are like this, so we just whip the bed.
God. Oh, to finish the thought I had earlier, I guess to quickly summarize it, like, uh, like the streamer had a, just some, like, they were mistreating me, and I should have like just left sooner. But I am glad that I was able to draw the line and be like, hey, like some of the stuff that you're doing or that you kind of allow on stream is kind of racist and like this sucks. I'm out. Like, just no. Like, I don't care. I'm not gonna put up with this anymore. Bye. Because yeah, and God, actually in high school, unfortunately, into like well, high school and into like college, I had some friends that kind of sucked, but I was like, well, they're my only friends, so I guess I have to put up with this. But then, and it sucked to be to have no one for like a long time to really hang out with in person, especially. But like yeah, sometimes the line has to be drawn of like, okay, am I cool with this? And the answer is no. And now we're getting hit by the glitches or whatever. Are we poisoned or something?
Only undying. There, I cured it.
Nice.
Yeah. Don't have to worry about boss. I already beaten it.
Nice.
So I can just stoma my way to this place. Nope, that's not it. I fucked up. Damn it. Okay. But yeah, I totally understand that, Kitty. I had that exact thing.
Damn. But no, that said, I am very glad to have met like y'all and like other friends though. The only problem is that like all y'all live so far away from me.
You know what, Kitty? I'm also glad that you met me.
That you were able to infect someone else with the Geta radiation.
Yeah, I have graced the server with my
It's called
presence.
Get a Raise, you idiot.
Fucking
But yeah, no, it is very
Yeah.
nice to be here. I'm glad we all got to know each other.
sorry, like my mind suddenly remembered a goofy thing while thinking about getters. It's just, I do really love that, like, early on people are like, oh man, like, Evangelion is a deconstruction of mecha, like, anime, and it's like me reading Getter Robo from the 70s, and it's like, no, it is not. Like,
No.
it absolutely is not.
No, that's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of the same ideas there, actually. It's not like that's the thing that annoys me too. It's not like Anno ever calls it that. Besides, Ava's way more based off of Ultraman than it's based off of Mech Show, but it's another thing people just don't care about.
You get a lot of people going, oh, this is a great deconstruction of this thing, and it's great.
People just throw that term around.
Yeah, people just throw that term around because it is a very common fandom thing, especially with genres that are commonly looked down upon, like magical girl shows, or mech shows, or even just in other TV that isn't anime, where you're like, well, I like this one thing, but I can't just say I like it. I have to pretend it's different and cooler and more worthwhile being liked than the other stuff, so I have to pretend it's more mature or deeper.
Me. I didn't get to read the line before because we were talking about something else. Worship me, people of the expanse. Yeah.
God, this
What a
fucking
nerd.
Demon Lord. You need to beat him up ASAP.
He makes a post like that and it gets 0 notes and he deletes his account out of shame.
Yeah.
He does
Elon.
kind of just look like a guy.
He
Like,
is
it
just
doesn't
a
look
guy.
that hard to beat up.
Yeah, I think I could shove him in a locker.
Yeah.
He would delete his account, but he took over Twitter.
Yeah,
He spent
absolutely.
how many
Delete Twitter.
billions of dollars buying it?
44.
Yeah.
The
It's
bank
like,
that
wow.
owed him money was like, oh, we're gonna be in the red for a while. Because they know that they're not getting that money back, but they gave it to him anyway, for some reason.
Wow.
I mean,
amazing.
it's all money hot potato at that level of economics. So,
Yeah.
and
It's like,
Elon lost that game of hot potato when they forced him to buy Twitter. But of course, he wouldn't
Yeah.
say it that way.
oh,
God,
you
yeah.
mean X, the site for everything. Don't
Yeah.
forget to re-X posts
Yeah.
there.
It's
God.
got depressing news, the darkness of humanity. And that's basically what our lives are made of. So,
Yeah.
you know, kind of everything right there.
Yeah.
Oh, scams. It's also got scams. So
Yep.
really,
Yeah.
all
It's just nothing but
assets.
scams now.
You're in One Piece. God damn that demon emperor ordering you around like a dumb animal.
One Piece
Actually,
reference.
you'll find that he's in Shin Megami Tensei.
I'm sorry you this has happened because of us. Chuck, I think I ought to apologize to you too. Ah, finally! No matter where I go, I can't find a single clue about the ring. And to be honest, I'm getting the crap beaten out of me trying to fight alone. Okay then, let's make him free Akiko.
So he didn't rejoin the party? I saw you bowing and scraping in front of my statue. It was a most entertaining sight. Very well, next.
Isama, give it a goddamn lift and let Akiko go! Ryuichi lunged at the Demon Emperor. But Ryuichi vanished. Damn, Ryuichi!
No need to worry, I simply sent him somewhere else.
I simply slit the opacity slider on his cell to 0.
As you wish, I'll bring the two of you together.
The Demon Emperor took her away. Where'd he go? Where's Ryuichi and Akiko? What happened to Isama? Chuck, let's look for them.
They're just on
And
the same layer of the drawing program, and you just clicked not visible.
Christ, he's low level. It's HP.
Of course he's low level.
shit.
He left for half the game.
Well, no, he left for half this dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christ, his HP. And he still has Succubus, but thankfully I still have Trolls, so... those are... Succubus and Troll. Thankfully those are pretty much at the same level of, Guardians, so... If not... nearly the same. Oh, where's the... There it is, okay. Thankfully, the last part of this dang dungeon... Okay, I have to get to there from... L is over there. I want to get to 50. 50. Okay, yeah, okay. I want to go there.
I'm back.
Yeah. Oh, Atem has joined the call.
Hey, Tim.
Yellow.
Hi.
Hey, Tim.
How goes the... What are
Um,
you even doing?
Uh, finishing up this dungeon, really.
the
Mhm.
demon lord has captured someone, and we have to try to free her.
Also, our partner
Cool.
character came back, finally.
Finally.
Okay.
No, seeing you go up that stairs, or whatever, I'm just suddenly reminded of the fucking NES game, or based on what's it called? Die Hard, where the speedrun strat is to break some glass, walk over it to break your feet, to cut up your feet, and then walk up and down the stairs, because it has a timer that's like based on real time, except for moving up and down the stairs. That if your feet's injured, it adds extra time. So you just gotta wait it out by just moving up and down some stairs and then rushing towards the boss. God. Sorry, but yeah, just my mind went to like, what if SMT had that?
Uh, I
It
several
does. It has World of Sloth.
God.
Yeah, you're right.
Ryuichi and Akiko have been turned into statues.
This is the sad fate of those who dare oppose me. I'm uploading them to my YouTube channel, which has every instance of characters being turned into statues in cartoons. It's a tragedy, or rather, a comedy. Do you want to save them? They only just turned to stone. I assure you, my channel exists for entirely benign purposes. If you smash them, you might be able to rescue them from inside.
Will you destroy the statues? No, this seems like a trap. I'll do this. Just you wait, Ryuichi. I'll get you out of here. Charlie smashed the chest statues.
Oh.
Charlie,
Why?
you fool.
Rip.
Fools. This is what you get for letting your anger take over, attempting to free them by force.
Something shining amongst the fragments of the statues. Chuck's group got the ring of unselfishness. Ryuichi, sorry. God damn it all. That fucking demon emperor.
Like, a part of me still, like, man, like, why were you even given the choice? But at the same time, like, I guess that, it's not a terrible thing. It kind of, like, I guess a little bit of role-playing in your role-playing game of, like, would you do this? Even if someone else, would if you wouldn't. Like, nah, like, I don't think I would want to, like, smash these statues.
I think it's just if you've got Charlie in your party, he does the stupid thing.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta head off now, but it's been really nice catching up with everyone.
Okay.
Good luck on the
Take
game.
care.
And
Bye.
goodbye.
Bye.
See ya.
Good luck. Sword of Fergus. That's right, I need to equip him with new stuff. Strength, stamina. Let's see, is this any good? Where's the list of weapons? Did I close it? No, it's over here. It's to the 455. You know what? Even though it doesn't boost my stats, I'm putting it on the main character because their attack stuff just isn't good. The main attack. Bear's Warfan? I mainly use them for magic, so... Just gotta walk out of the dungeon now.
You don't even get the warp out, huh?
Actually, there is a warp. It's over here.
Yay.
And nope, that's not the save. Like, and save. Thankfully, this game does have like catch-up EXP, so them being the partner, the partner being under level doesn't matter too much.
That's good.
Anyway, we're gonna reset because the dungeon
Trying
is
to make the Demon Emperor shiny this time.
the dungeon is different depending on who you picked at the start.
Huh.
Oh, we're switching to another save file, huh?
Yep.
Ah,
Goodness. Must we?
this isn't even like controlling two parties on the same run like some dungeon crawlers do. This is just a whole other save.
Goodness.
Yeah. Actually, the only game like that I've played with multiple parties would, like in this kind of dungeon crawler, would probably be Heroes of a Broken Land, which is a fairly recent one that's all like a procedurally generated world. It's obviously a bit light on story because of that. But it it has decent enough mechanics for a turn-based dungeon crawler. has dungeons you need multiple parties to traverse. And you know, it's all about managing heroes between different parties.
Huh. Interesting.
It's not really my thing in that, like, it's a turn-based dungeon crawler. It has, it's just not. There's not really anything that my brain latches onto there. It's not like Legend of Grimrock or anything. Uh, it's all right. I got it on sale, and I'm like, yeah, this was decent enough.
We're now
I think it has a sequel.
we're now in the domain of envy.
God, sorry, my brain got, sorry, I'm a bit, brain's still a bit fried from earlier, but as soon as you said envy, my brain just thought of, like, you know what, I thought, like, Envy was a girl from, like, you know, Full Metal Alchemist, and, like, a
Yeah,
crush on them.
I mean, to be fair, Envy is a very androgynous character. There is a statue of the Demon Emperor here, voiced by me, the Demon Emperor. That's quite a show you're putting on for me. It truly is a thing of beauty to watch the two of you aid one another as you soldier on together. You could say this, too, is Yuri. But the bonds between human and human are such an ephemeral thing. Soon you will see for yourself just how fragile they can be. Also, the petrification thing's coming back, you know?
No, that did happen in this version of World of Sloth,
Yeah?
where you encountered the statues of those two people.
And just
But
like, huh, sucks to be them.
yeah, and you don't break the statue. Also, dark rooms.
Dark Rooms?
Perfect for developing photos in.
I don't know if it's about to turn to new moon, so let me just. Yeah. Thankfully, we have our comps, so the dark rooms aren't too big a deal. Oh, do I lose the box? Oh, shit. View sphere. Oh yeah, I got this one. Oh, she is about to level up, so. Oh, I can't unequip her because my inventory is full. Yeah, okay, don't lose the box. Oh! That's a new one.
It's a guy in a trench coat, huh? He's grinning madly.
Goodness.
Oh, huh. There is this town in the second floor.
There's a town with 4,400 people in it inside this dungeon.
Gone.
Ah, fuck. Went too far.
I can't actually remember the exact number of people that was in the back rooms town. Like,
I
having a
believe it
specific
was
number.
4,000.
Yeah, having a specific number just makes it really comical for some reason.
Yeah. You know, because if you just say it's a large town or something, or like
If you say,
a
it's a
small
small
city,
town,
yeah.
like, yeah, okay. As soon as you put a number to it, it just becomes weird.
Also, I looked away for a second, and we're fighting a car.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, we're fighting a car. This is, what's the car called again? Chris the Car.
Oh, okay. So it
Because it's a
it is
Stephen
a
King
reference to
reference.
Christine. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so funny. God, you know
Later.
what?
Oh.
Huh?
Later games do have like a possessed car, but it's not called Chris the Car.
Nah. Whack. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say I know in the Pokemon. Oh, is it Orange and Scarlet? I forget.
Scarlet and
Violet and
Violet.
Scarlet.
Oh, Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, in Scarlet and Violet, there is a Pokemon introduced that is an engine. Which is weird that it
Oh,
doesn't get
that
to be a full
one.
car. I do know that during the fight with like the game's like sort of like uh, gang faction leaders, like the team. It's great. I forget what they're called, but like I think each of the bosses actually have one of them like in a car, which is really great. But it's a shame that the engine ghost doesn't get to be its own, like to evolve into a full car, like when you see it in
Yeah,
the
it's
wild.
like, what was the one that everyone went, oh, this is gonna evolve into a train, and then it didn't? I can't
I
even remember what
forget.
it's called.
It might. Is it? I think it
Is it really
probably
cool?
from Sword and Shield. Like I think if any one of like the things, if any one of the Pokemon designs could have looked like something that would have been like a steam engine or something, it'd very easily be from the one.
Oh, yeah, it's really cool-y, which,
Uh,
like, it's a lump of coal. It turns into a minecart full of coal, and it's like, okay, I see what you're doing here. And then it turns into just a guy. And
whack.
it's like, yeah, you've had this exact same design with Golem, but it's got coal on its back. It's like, yeah, great. Come on, just make him a train.
Yeah.
Look for this walking gif.
Someone approaches. You don't sense any hostility.
Spider sense is not tingling.
Reiko, I've been waiting for you. Come to me. Mysterious stranger. Oh, we have the mysterious stranger perk. Oh god, I don't believe it. You were waiting for me? Reiko left. I'm coming with you.
Oh, the Emperor.
How does it feel to get abandoned by your partner? You know, it didn't have to be you. Anyone could have filled that role. No, be a good sport and give up. Or chase after her futilely. Whatever you choose. Yeah, I'm just posting a evolution chain of Roly Coly.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's
a
like,
shame.
Oh fuck! I
I-
forgot to get Cerberus.
like a fan made one on Reddit does this, and I'm like, yeah, like legitimately just swap out that last stage for something like this.
Oh, that would have been so cool. Yeah, in the anime
Instead of just being a
Twilight.
guy.
Yeah. What's it called
See,
again?
that looks cool, and I wish that evolved into something that didn't suck.
Yeah. Oh. Oh yeah, Twilight Wings and Pokemon Twilight Wings. It shows uh Caracol or whatever like going down a mine shaft or whatever, and it's like like a little mine cart thing, and it's like just make it turn into a train. It would have been so cool. And I'll post that in the chat. But yeah, um, it's weird of what thing like what Pokemon get to have far out designs and what others don't. Cause like I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, like a silly thing of just like coughing in 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 Pokemon England, getting a little top hat or whatever, and it's a fairy
Yeah.
type because it cleans pollution in the environment actually. And it's like, well,
Yeah.
you put this one like very obviously it's like a Victorian England inspired ass Pokemon with a goofy like a top hat or whatever.
It's like, oh, this
Why
makes
can't you just
sense in the England region, you know?
yeah? It's like, why can't you just have one be a train?
Yeah.
Like,
Like, if that Pokemon existed, you know, we would be saying, oh yeah, Bad Space King should have a team with these.
yeah.
Ah, our friend, who's the train friend. Not the only friend who's a train friend, you know, I know other people who are into trains.
Oh God, I just now realized. While scrolling down for Caracol, it can get the ability. It's one of the only Pokemon that can get the ability called Steam Engine, and it's God
We
the
can't
flavor
let it be a
text.
train.
Yeah, they can't let it be a train. Its ability, what Steam Engine does, is originally boost the Pokemon's speed stat drastically if hit by a fire or water type move, and most recent is boost. Okay, yeah, same thing. When hit by fire. Why is it written differently? If it's the same. Okay, no, they just changed the wording slightly from the Pokemon speed stat to boost the speed stat. Okay, sure, but yeah, it's the same thing. So yeah, like it's called Steam Engine. Let it be a train. You could do so much with that little train friend.
Be tough to break the spell on someone who's ensnared by the ideal dummy. Unless you plan on listening to and doing every selfish thing the victim says, you won't stand a chance.
Huh.
Yeah, I've been in friendships like that. Anyway, look at this skeleton.
Humans are such weak-willed creatures. They even get burned by the flames of jealousy every time.
Oh, God, you know what? I forgot to say earlier that like. Oh wait, oh she's kind of hot. This is the domain of envy. The Demon Emperor got fed up with how jealous humanity was, so he split off this world to punish them. Because envy puts blinders on you, preventing you from seeing the truth. The domain of envy is dark all over the place.
Yep, it
Okay.
sure is.
Okay. Seems a bit of
Okay.
a stretch, but you know, sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, like, the Demon Emperor, like human relationships suck actually, and it's like, dude, you're the Demon Emperor, and you've sent like some sort of magic demon to siren call our friend away. Like, this is obviously a weird magic happening. Like, you can't you can't blame this on humanity when you're the one, doing that, right? Like, like humans suck. See, like
Demon
I just sent
Emperor
someone
putting
to
a stick for the spokes of his bicycle. Damn humans.
yeah.
No, that's too low level. What is Jack Frost? Ah, fuck, Well, I didn't get any levels yet, so... Also, I really need to get Cerberus.
Need to get more dog per dog.
300% dog density.
Ah, fuck. Ugh. Ah. This is the dungeon where view spears come in handy.
Nice.
You know, I always forget you just have guns sometimes in this.
Yeah, it's great to just remember. Oh yeah, we can just fight this dwarf with a gun.
Yeah.
I'm thinking back to SMT4 and how Burroughs had to explain a gun to the protagonist.
God, yeah.
We're searching for ancient weapons known as guns.
Oh yeah, and those guys who wanted guns. Like, not just any guns, but like a rocket launcher, even though they never heard of a gun until recently.
Yeah, when you need to fight against the armies of God, you need some extra firepower. You need something bigger, a higher caliber than an assault rifle. Duh. So that's why we need the peasant rocket brigade. Hopefully they can read the training manuals hopefully the rockets came with. We didn't just carry them away in the burlap bags. God. I still think about SMT4. I'm like, man, I really like that game, but also it is really long and grindy.
Yeah. This is definitely less grindy.
Other than the sloth dungeon,
Yeah.
because by design you're supposed to do that, like grind it out and suffer, because sloth equals suffering. Get it? It's ironic. Because instead of it
Aha,
being
our bad
easy,
game design is actually clever.
yeah.
Water walls should protect us from fire attacks. Oh, and thraldom.
Nice.
Okay, looking at the stats here. Yeah, okay, strength. Okay. Yeah, both these dungeons have party members leaving, although apparently you can avoid the party member leaving in Wrath, I guess.
Huh.
Oh, so yeah, Wrath was the fire and Envy is the tower. Nothing to read in there.
No, I still. No, I'm still thinking about trying to design things around the seven deadly sins. Is to be honest a really hard thing to do sometimes because again some of them feel like they overlap and it'd be kind of hard to in just visually as a theme for a dungeon will to display envy because you think you could well what about riches or whatever stuff you'd be envious about then well what does greed have then and well because I look at this dungeon and I don't see envy but at the same time how would how would how would you either one of y'all try to visually describe envy as a theme?
What?
Okay, if I told you to make a dungeon based around dungeons based on the seven deadly sins for a video game, how would you even try to make envy as a dungeon? You look at the walls or the the art for the dungeon and this is obviously about envy, and it's how do you that's a bit too a little bit too complex to just show via the theming of a dungeon or just not the theme of a dungeon but the visuals by itself, right? Because greed is easy. You can just have it be golden and opulent as fuck, while you see people in the dungeon look like they're starving or suffering.
Yeah.
And it's yeah, you get it. It's greed. One person, just making others suffer for their own
Yeah,
benefit.
envy might actually be the hardest one to do for that. The other ones, oh, a raft dungeon, okay, you got violent imagery or, weapons or something. A pride dungeon, you just have a lot of imagery of one person, I suppose.
Yeah.
You make it their pride. Envy is the one that's actually tricky there because there's not a obvious thing you can do, which is, oh yeah, that's envy. There's not a thing you can have on the wall that makes everyone go, oh yeah, that's envy.
Persona 5 did it by, having it be like the art guy who like stole other people's work and or like just like constantly train other people and just steal their work.
Yeah, that one worked better. Because that one makes sense, and but also
Yeah,
had
and
to
even
like,
then, it overlaps a bit with greed, and it's like this is still the best you could come up with. So fair enough.
You could argue that the greed dungeon could have been envy too, because like
Yeah.
it was someone who was just constantly trying to like win stuff and like really they sort of saw everything as like a gamble,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
not spoiling the thing.
yeah, that one would be spoiled. To like mention like the name, it took me a second to remember who was Greed, but yeah, yeah, there's a weird overlap. Like but like people really do love designing around the seven deadly sins. And
Yeah.
like they're like, oh man, there's seven of them, and we can try to develop themes and stuff around them. But it's like a lot of them overlap, especially gluttony and greed, because unless you want to do it around like actual like food gluttony, then like, well then if you try to do it abstractly, it's kind of greed, right? Or
Yeah.
what most people would think of greed, right?
My
Anyway,
take on an envy dungeon. Well, to make it work, you can't have like one thing. You have like a pair of dungeons or a trio of them, and you have them all like visibly lacking in some resource that the other ones have, but they're all lacking in each other. And you've got like, I don't know, 3 dungeons that you are interconnected and basically constantly invading each other.
yeah.
But that also comes across a bit as wrath or greed. You have to kind of play it up in dialogue and stuff, It's like, there are angles to work with this. Yeah. It's just envy doesn't really exist without an outside source to be envious of.
Yeah, no, what? Just make make like a double dungeon that's connected, but like one literally has grass that's like greener on the other side or something.
Yeah.
Or the party gets split and like, yeah, it's like, whenever one half of the party goes to the other part of the dungeon, the grass is literally
Oh, that would be the
greener.
way to do it, is that's the party gets split dungeon.
Yeah,
And you end up like they're each lacking some resource the other one has. Like one of them, it's easy to heal your hit points, but you don't get any magic back, and the other one, you get magic back, but you don't get as many hit points or something. And it's
yeah,
always making you like, oh, I wish I was in the other dungeon now.
yeah,
Like in that case, like you have some paired theme. You have like fire and ice or something. It's like, oh, it's always cold in this dungeon and always too warm in the other one.
yeah,
And maybe you can do something that flips their attributes, and it's like, oh, this hasn't actually made anything better. The alternative
yeah.
is you build it off the Pride dungeon. You have the Envy dungeon built into the walls of the Pride dungeon, looking into it.
Oh, that would be good.
And it's like, it's one-way walls. Like, you go for the Pride dungeon, and it's like, oh, this is all monuments to one person. It's like, the next one is the Envy dungeon. You realize it's the negative space of that, and you're seeing everything is like a distorted version of that.
Hmm.
And that's another angle, like, but every one of them kind of needs some duality there. It's the only one of them with that. I'm gonna go off on another tangent here. You said, oh, designing around the seven sins is like, that's always something you do. So, the thing is, technically there's eight sins. Like,
What?
people tend to forget. Yeah, despair is the eighth sin, and it kind of gets dropped because
Who?
it's a bit more
Who added
abstract.
that?
Who
What?
added that?
I mean,
I'm gonna have to go despair sin.
is it like a Catholic thing? Because I
I think it is
know
a Catholic one, yeah.
Catholicism has like like oh the seven deadly sins and the seven virtues that everyone forgets about. But could all if you're gonna
So, yeah, the Catholic list was originally gluttony, lust, greed, sorrow slash despair slash despondency, depending on how you translate it, wrath, sloth, vainglory, which became and pride. Actually, I suppose one of those vainglory probably became envy. I suppose. But yeah, they kind of got revised at some point in 590 AD.
huh?
Thanks, Pope Gregory I.
God.
So the reason I know about this is there's a card game, and I can't even remember which one it was, but they had 8 elements for cards, and they tried to have
Why?
like. Okay.
Sorry, go on.
They had 8 elements for cards for some reason, I don't know. That's just how the game was designed. I don't remember what game it is, so I couldn't tell you. And they had the 7 sins as a cycle of cards, and then went, okay, we're just going to have despair as the 8th one. And I got told, no, this is actually just a thing. It's sometimes shows up in lists. It's not one of the 7 sins. Yeah, vainglory is a form of pride, but it kind of gets like Pope Gregory I viewed it as a form of pride. He just folded it into the list. God, what is Acid typing in chat? Hey guys, what are you talking about? Summarize 3 hours of streaming. Ah, no, I love seeing it. Yeah, the voice chat thing of just posting random things that don't make sense if you're not hearing the voice chat.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I kind of love seeing the non like having no context and trying to imagine how it unfurls.
Hang on,
'Cause-
hang on. That reminds me of the time I woke up one day in another server to find a massive wall of spoiled text and then a picture of a fucking what's the thing called? The like face cream? Hang on. Petroleum jelly.
Ah, petroleum jelly.
So yeah, just a big wall of blacked out text and then Vaseline.
So yeah, auto move floors. Uh, there it goes.
Yeah, there are dungeon crawlers with split party mechanics. Like, that has been a thing for a long time. There were ones at the tail end of the 80s that had that in some simple forms.
Oh fuck.
Hence, that being a thing I brought up as... Yeah?
Oh,
You okay?
what?
Sorry. bugs keep flying down my shirt.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sending them.
Oh no.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Persona 5 Royal did an excellent job with the despair stuff. Where, like, the main villain of the arc basically just wants people to settle. Like, it's like, oh, you won't suffer if you just settle. And it's like, yeah, you see how that person got there, and it's like, you see how he got that, or how they got that, to that, but, like, yeah, you very much go against it.
Oh, can you say that again, Tim?
Got a garnet.
Oh, did you say something earlier? I think I barely heard any of it.
Nice.
oh, you were talking to me.
Yeah, I thought you said. Oh, I thought you said something. Like I heard like something that was kind of muffled. Yeah.
No, I didn't say anything.
My bad.
Yeah, I actually just elaborated a bit on the envy themed dungeon in isekai naming chat. So it's all of the walls in the Pride dungeon are mirrors. All of the walls in the Envy dungeon are one-way mirrors because they're on the opposite side of it. So
Nice.
you can, if you're in the Envy dungeon, you can see into the Pride dungeon and they can't see you.
That'd be so good.
And it's like, yeah. The problem is, of course, envy doesn't exist without something to be envious of, so you have to do tricky things like that. And I think I might actually... Oh, no, I know. I can actually steal that for...
So,
Nice.
you can't use your computer here. So there are just areas where you can't use your comp.
Anti-computer zones.
And there's dark areas, of course. Rocket Hammer.
Nice. I can't believe we have a super sledge.
No.
Wait. Do super sledges have rockets on them? They should, because that's the only way I can really think of making a sledgehammer super. Of like having Goofy like rocket at one end, so you just rocket smash into things. That'd be cool. I just assumed that they did for some reason. Huh?
Increases agility a bit, but its hit rate is kinda bad.
Oh.
Acid has expanded on that envy dungeon and said, you know what, just have them weaving through all of the other dungeons. Just like it's... You get through the other 6 sin dungeons, then you get into envy, and it's everything else. That's what you're seeing.
Yeah. Like that.
Which, you know, honestly, I was just... the whole thing I mentioned of the, like, the kobolds, of the whole, like, society based around building dungeons, like, that's something I could do. Like, that's where I was gonna put that idea, because there's a whole thing of it that, like, actually manipulating glass or jewelry with those powers is actually pretty difficult for, you know, thematic reasons. And having that as like a, oh, this is someone's masterwork dungeon, is it's built into someone else's dungeon without their knowledge.
God.
It's all looking into it. But yeah, when you're saying rocket power, it's like, oh, I don't know enough about that old cartoon to make jokes about it.
Love that show growing up.
Yeah.
Shout out to the early or to the late '90s, early 2000s obsession with like extreme sports and skateboarding and all that. That was fun.
Yeah. We should all start skateboarding again.
I
Yeah.
mean, you get that with any kind of content that, like, anything that's considered cool. Like, I'm reading Spider-Man, the issues after, One More Day, and there's a villain introduced in there who is the world's first live streaming supervillain, and her whole thing is parkour. And it's like, oh yeah, these were two things that were very current at the time. And she does actually appear, like, she's one of the very few villains who reappears outside of that era of Spider-Man. Because most of the other ones in that time kind of sucked. R.I.P. the bookie, we hardly knew you. Yeah.
Alright, I have a thing in 10. I gotta go.
Alright.
Take care.
See ya.
I
Good
might be
luck.
back, depending on how long you go.
Yeah, we're gonna be going for, what, another 2 hours?
Yeah, about.
6:30, 8:30. Shit. Yeah, I don't know.
See if
I
you
don't
get
know if I'll be back,
it's
but I'll
fine.
try.
Don't worry about it, though.
Yeah.
Bye. Yeah, it's kind of funny to think about. Oh yeah, any of the other sins, you can just go, oh, it's the lust dungeon, so we have like, sexy stuff on the walls. It's the wrath dungeon, we have weapons on the walls. It's the envy dungeon. Question mark.
Yeah. God.
Yeah.
No, I just thought of something for like a, if you're making dungeon crawler right with 7 deadly sins, you could potentially have like special effects based on them, or based on certain dungeons, like having in the gluttony one, it's you can like overuse like healing items or whatever, or like
Yeah.
recovery items, because there's just a chance that you just keep using more and more. And like maybe it gives you extra, but it's like it's because you just have a chance to just use more of it or whatever.
Or when you're in the gluttony dungeon, sometimes it'll show you as having more of an item than you actually do.
Oh, I like that. Because yeah, I know it's very easy for like people to conflate, uh, to make gluttony and greed basically the same thing, but if you abstract it, a little bit of, gluttony is just overconsumption for the sake of overconsumption, right? Then yeah, you can do something like that of just taking more and more and more just because you can. And I especially thought of, and I know in the Persona games, like some of the healing items aren't just food or whatever, like because of something consciousness, how you think of something, affects how it like affects you in the dungeon or in the you know in the dungeon zones based on the human consciousness, etc., etc. Like how some of the special food items can heal you more, or like uh, prayer beads like can friends or whatever, right? So it's like, yeah, just something like that where it's like some of the healing items food, and yeah, what if you just have more because you could. It's like, yeah, hey, you get some payment in there, that affects the player. Fun times.
Okay, the one I want is not up, not north, at least not yet. I'll have to come back for that one due to a mechanic.
Huh.
But yeah, we will revisit this dungeon later. There's something special hidden here. I think that restores MP and HP a little bit.
Nice.
Getting smarter in the Envy dungeon.
Yay.
You see, sometimes people are envious of those smarter than them, so we've made the Envy Dungeon a school. Is that the whole gimmick? Yes. I will elaborate no further. Yeah, it's stuff like that. Like, you can draw whatever vague thing you want for any of them.
God. Oh wait, someone I just thought about our envy dungeon idea is
Yeah.
that like through like when you look through the walls, right, and can see the other dungeons, they all look even more glamorous than they actually do. Like like the Pride one has even more like gold gilding, like like it's more gilded with gold or encrusted with gems or whatever. Like things literally like because I just thought of again, the grass is greener on the other side, but like what if in the Envy dungeon you look out and see the others and they literally do look better, like they look like they have a bit more detailing, uh, a bit more decoration than they actually like had. Because you're viewing everything through the lens of envy, being envious. So everything actually does look better. And that could be a fun detail.
Wow, that repulse ball really does work.
That's good.
Uh, Maybe a little too well, but it worked. Ah. I really am expecting enemies at this point.
Yeah. I'm surprised we haven't been attacked.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm worried about. Yeah, my level's only 30, and we're basically at the end of the dungeon. Tammy, you came after me? Oh, you don't give up, do you? Can't believe I stuck around someone like you for so long. Can't believe it, I found my dream man. To pretend to be your friend anymore. Will you give up on her? No. And if you do, you just get sent back to the start.
God.
Here, you're pathetic. You're better off with this. Lilith. Let's see. What do you have? I guess I can try the needles. Fog breath, you say? Yeah, more needles. That's not a good sign.
Yeah.
Lightning kick. Zyunga. Samba. Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, it reflects that. Oh boy.
At least we're not like giving her more attacks from using it, and that attack she reflects, right?
Yeah.
This is using that system. So yeah, it's not as bad as it could have been.
Thankfully, she's not really hurting us.
Uh,
I forgot, did lightning kick work? Oh! That's great.
eh,
Let me check her stats. See how fucked I am. Ah. Let's see, she's level 50.
mm,
888 hit points, okay. Gonna try using an orb on myself for a full heal. You know? Cause oh holy shit.
yeah.
Hopefully Fog Breath works like in Nocturne and reduces their attack dot or 2-hit and dodge by 2 levels.
Yeah.
Oh, diorama. Yeah, that would be useful. Great. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, I somehow dodged.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I have like 3 demons left.
Eh,
Let's chomp down. Oh, dodged. Oh, that's just great. Oh, Mudo! Okay. Yeah, okay. Fell asleep, of course.
uh,
And paralyzed!
eesh.
Probably not anywhere near close to beating this boss. But I can help. No, I can't. Yeah, I'm just gonna fight some encounters. Or at least get the moon to... There it goes, okay. Huh. Have not seen that before. Would fuck. That. Alrune, the flower woman that Kitty and Miri were attracted to.
Yeah, this is a different design for the
Still cute, though.
Alrone, which is just it's okay. No, listen, that one was really cute, you know? She had the whole
Yeah.
blood thing, and you know. We do have that old art that I did for that, which I'm not going to repost again because we've all seen it. It's just a little bit up in the stream art. I'm a thirsty little flower. You have to water me. You have to use your blood.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I would follow along with the, like, I'm not doing that, but I would do that.
You would do that.
I would do
Yeah.
that.
So, to make the joke work, it either had to be you or me saying that and just let her die.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course. Do I have any brown bottles? No. Arctic. Ah! Thankfully, I still have some of these. Oh, okay. Everything was pointless then.
Oh.
Okay. Fuck this horrible thing.
You need to cast a spell of RPG on it, as in rocket propelled grenade.
Okay.
It's been months since we played Super Lesbian Animal RPG, but I still think the one joke boss that does actually have a missile launcher should have just had like once every like 8 turns or something, like, you know, like some infrequent attack where they just blow up one of your prey. They just focus fire, and it's, you know, because it's fucking missiles, and then, you know, you just get a little image of one of them like fucking Yamcha cratered. With Claire doing the oh, more enemies, huh? You know, Claire doing the Peter Griffin death pose or whatever. And just, and you know, you can just revive them, but yeah, no, just that would have been really funny and really upped up, you know, really gone with the joke of like, oh, you're fighting a fucking slime with a missile launcher.
I
She
mean,
just blows you the fuck up. Just insta kill. I know she had a whole special gimmick going on, but I think that would have been funny. Just, you know, every once in a while she just blows up a party member. And you're like, fuck.
I mean, there's kind of a boss like that in SMT Nocturne.
But is it as funny though as the little healing slime with the launcher?
No.
Uh,
You need to beat up this crying woman.
yeah.
Sorry, but that's how the dungeon works.
Banshee. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. Ah, for fuck's sake. Okay. Okay. It was... Yeah, this one.
You know what? I think I need to go get something to eat, but I'll be back.
Okay.
Take care, y'all.
Huh, this is a kind of low-level enemy for this area. Oh, fuck you. Okay. Alright. Give the soul sacrifice unto God! Oh, right, it's full moon time. Ugh. Oh, right, fucking. Oh. Huh. Okay, yeah, that's what it's called. Bit of a mistranslation, okay. Hey, this gal again.
Listen, you've got to give her your blood.
No.
You've got plenty of blood. You can spare just a little.
Uh... You know what? Hama. Cause fuck you, die. Uh... Fucking all runes. I have to use the bathroom. Be right back.
Yeah. James complaining about fending off, like, beautiful plant women. Honestly. Oh, it's just gonna be me on the call, isn't it? Hello, viewers. Welcome to Mary's Subversive Politics Hour. I'm here to tell you who to assassinate and how. Just kidding. You should assassinate all politicians. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome back to Lo-Fi Shin Megami Tensei Beats to Stare at a Wall 2. Yeah. So how about Naruto? That wild son of a gun sure did love being a ninja. Yeah, I know nobody actually watches these. Like, if you do watch the video, you know, leave a comment. Tell us which one of us is your favorite. Like, throw out a golden apple of Discord so we all kill each other.
I'm back. Okay.
Oh, hey, James. I wasn't poisoning chat against you.
Yeah, okay.
Nah, it's fine. I was just doing my usual bit when there's nobody here.
Oh, hey, I got an archangel.
Yeah, you just paid an archangel to join you.
Where's the freaking... There it is, okay. Map. Let's see what stats. 124. And it has some healing. That's pretty good. Oh no, there was a healing fuck me.
Here in the Envy Dungeon, we decided you're probably envious of games with good design, so we're just using Sloth Dungeon gimmick again.
No, this isn't Sloth. This isn't anything like Sloth.
No, I'm joking. I'm doing the like other ways we could do an Envy Dungeon one. Femme Lamia. Call me queen. Aw, good for her.
Oh no, you don't. Okay, let's see the stats. Okay, yeah, much better. Oh, right. Okay, well, that wasn't annoying. Yeah, I probably should have fought them. Definitely gotta fight you. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need more gun bullets. See, this is... Oh, right, this is this section. Okay. 11 is... One, and then... Yeah, okay. It's a teleport maze with dark rooms, and you can't look at your map.
God, teleport mazes are bad enough as is.
Let's see, 5 is...
Yeah.
Okay, back at the start. Ah, damn it. Okay. Oh, there's a chest I haven't gotten. Yep. Oh, I guess Soma is neutral then. Apparently these chests are based off alignment? Oh, for... Yeah, okay.
Uh-huh.
Although I think your alignment is only really affected by which demons you currently have summoned. Nerf bullet, curse bullet, and cop killer. Randy shot. Oh right, I can sell this rocket hammer. And cypress sword. Have a lifestone, chakra pot, Catan. Okay. dolphin helm. And what we have is a bingo hat. Yeah, that breaks luck.
Bingo hat.
It's only like 1 point better, and even then, it doesn't give us the luck boost. Oh, DB helm. Oh, yeah, that will increase intelligence. Daybreak. Ah, fuck. Okay, armors. Body armors. Kaiser armor, which... Yeah, no. Daybreak armor. Yeah, way better. Ah, for fuck's sake, I am bad at this. Arms. Star Glove, which... Okay, Star Glove is... Oh, wow, that is from the beginning of the game.
Yeah, the thing about the Star Glove is that's where you put your star chips, and when you've got 10 of them, you can go and fight Pegasus. Yeah.
And... last one. Crimson Greave. This doesn't have Daybreak, but it has Crimson Greave. What shoes do we have? Happy Sandals. Again, from the beginning of the game. Huh, I don't see Crimson on this list. So it must be like... fucking... Okay, but it does give like... 1 agility, so... Huh, the only thing on this that gives 1 agility is Daybreak, so I guess... fucking... mistranslation issues? Oh yeah, and then here's the mag trader, which we don't need. Do you have any more viewing spheres? Yes. Okay, I will need several of these. Okay.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, by blessing you, I've altered your alignment.
Of course.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh no, I don't want to do that just yet. Hmm. Yeah, I guess I'll need to level up a bit more before I use some more. Yeah, that's so funny when I'm doing it to the enemies now, is it? Ah, fuck. Okay, yeah, this is the moving floor tiles room. Okay, it was, I think, intelligence again. Oh, hey! Well, okay.
Okay.
Okay. And my inventory's fucking full. Okay. You know what? Yeah. Then I'm gonna save state in case this... Just in case it's wrong. Oh, yeah, the box was empty and I want... You know what? gonna let it happen. Okay, I think that's the next one. Yeah, that is the next one. Okay. Oh, holy shit, my speed!
Gotta go fast.
Meowdy.
Hey,
Meowdy.
Sorry for taking a bit, but thankfully had some nice soup.
Yeah. Soup's always good.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm not always the biggest enjoyer of soup. Some of the soups that my mom makes due to, like, I guess a weird choice of like looking at like some vegetables I don't like. Like I hate the texture of boiled like lettuce leaves because it just feels like rubbery or whatever.
yeah.
So I'm like not a big fan of that. But yeah, this was really nice. Nothing that really messed up with sensory, texture stuff or anything. So yeah, love it.
Wait, where am I? Oh, I'm over there.
Y'all get into anything in the Envy dungeon while it's gone?
No, not really.
No, we've not gained anything, and the whole
Well,
point is we're meant to be envious of dungeons where we can get stuff.
actually, I did just get a new persona, which is a
Yeah, we got
Nice.
Swordbird.
yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
In
It holds it
Swordbird
in
Chronicles.
the in the beak. That's so tight. I thought it'd be in the in the claws. It would make sense that way, but like that is just fun.
Let's pick Swordbird cover in chat.
Oh. Oh, I've never seen that before.
You've never heard of Swordbird?
You acting as if I've never heard of Star Wars or something. Oh, everyone's heard of fucking Swordbird. Like,
Yeah, I know, I'm joking. I only know what it is because the obvious, bizarre cover.
yeah. And like, I knew you were joking, but also it's like, it's like, come on. That said, shout out to Lady Bird. That was a really fun 80s movie that is very romantic in the literary sense. The literary genre of of romantic like stories. And also like even though it's a medieval like movie set, like knights and wizards and such, it has like synth, like a completely like a score. The score of it is completely made with a synthesizer, and it rules. And I dig it. Very fun to
Sorry,
watch.
is it Lady Bird here? Like,
Yeah, Ladybird.
Oh,
is that
huh.
one word?
I believe it's one.
Can't even talk to the demon.
Yeah, it's just like there's a 2017 movie called that.
God
I don't
damn
think
it.
is what you're thinking of, and I'm like, do you mean Lady Hawk?
Oh, Lady Hawk. My bad. That sounds more like it, actually. Because
Yeah,
then
Lady
again,
Hawk, 1985 medieval fantasy film
hell yeah.
So I can't even talk
God.
to
with the Alan Parsons project in the soundtrack. Oh, I didn't know that.
Wait, we can't talk to whatever that little
So,
hag-looking.
because on these floors you can't use the comp, you can't talk to the demons.
Oh, that's so rude.
And I've never actually seen a Lady Hawk, but now I'm like, you've described this positively, and I'm looking at that and going, Alan
Oh!
Parsons project, huh?
Can't even summon on these floors.
Oh no. Doesn't
Oh,
it
that's
make you
really rude.
feel envious?
Makes me feel worried.
Yeah. The film was a box office disappointment. Then again, it just seems to be like a cult classic. So the reason I knew Lady Hawk was a movie that existed was there's a Venture Brothers joke of a pair of supervillains that are. I genuinely cannot remember what their names are, but they're based on like a former president and his wife or something, and one of them has a pun on Lady Hawk in her name. And their thing is, during the day one of them is an animal and one of them's a human, and at night they switch, and never the twain shall meet. It's like, how does this work?
God. I mean,
Venture-
that is. Yeah, that is based on Lady Hawk, where there's a curse.
Yeah, Lady Hawk Johnson, who is a joke about Lady Bird Johnson, wife of Lyndon B. Johnson, who turns into. So, Lady Hawk's power is she's a hawk at night and a human during the day, and Lyndon B's ability is he is a bee during the day and becomes human at night, and it's. The two are only able to take human form at the same time during an eclipse.
Huh. That's very much not how it goes in the movie Lady Hawk, but yeah, I can see why they did it that way for the gag. God.
I mean, Venture Brothers is kind of nonsense. That's the whole thing. Is this is a wildly impractical superpower? And there they are.
Love their designs though, but yeah. God.
Yeah, they only appear in one episode as like extra members of what's it called, the Revenge Society, I think it is. Yeah, that is it, because that's a character basically goes completely insane and just forms his own weird super team called the Revenge Society, or taking revenge or something, which is like, actually, no, they're kind of right to do this. Ah. And they're kind of ridiculous powers all round, because it's Venture Brothers, it's a parody.
Oh yeah.
Of course, since their leader is completely insane, their members include a coffee mug and a shoe that he talks to,
Oh.
and also a toaster.
Hey, there's a kitty that wants into the room. Hey, kitty, kitty, kitty. Come on, I heard you falling at the door. If you want in, you had to actually come in.
Oh,
Oh,
I love cats.
yeah? Yeah, even. Oh, you know what? While quickly looking at Tumblr, I saw something for Phasmagoria. I just remembered another game. I saw uh, streamer Melody Burst and some friends play called Boomin, where imagine you're heisters, alright? Now imagine you're stealing exclusively from haunted houses. And now you have to deal with the ghosts of the deceased who are there. And that's Boomin. It's just a really silly premise, and I love it. Of just you're explicitly stealing from haunted houses because who else would hit up that house?
Kind of reminds me of like a Flash game where like the apocalypse did happen in the background, but like you're just like infiltrating houses to get stuff in them.
Huh.
And like you have to deal with like supernatural threats.
And sorry for being silent there for a moment, but yeah, that is pretty neat, and love these weird Fallout premises. Then again, I'm also reminded of the tabletop RPG and its setting for Blades in the Dark, where you play as like a gang of thieves, and it's very, very inspired by the Thief games and such, where there is like the supernatural happening, but like for the most part, you are playing as like regular guys having to deal with it. Like, also there's some terrifying world building. Like, the afterlife's full or hell's full, one of the two, where if a person dies, they will make a ghost because there's nowhere for that soul to really go for the most part. So you get like that also has some mechanical things where if your gang is killing too many people, then like it's possible for like the authorities to start like knowing because like weird, you know, um, paranormal BS will start building up around you or whatever, right? I think there's one playbook or character class, if you're used to that, who they have a special ability that they can just like where like the whole thing is about like dealing with ghosts and like kind of like assassinations and stuff, where they're like they have a special ability to just kill a guy, just totally kill them. Let me just check to make sure, but I believe that was the case. But yeah, no, it has some cool stuff going on. with the supernatural, and honestly, just the whole vibe is pretty interesting. Of just, you know, you get to be a gang of thieves doing cool crimes, uh, fighting off ghosts and the city guard, and basically, doing what you can to hopefully uh, retire in peace and not, be yet another person dead in the streets. Just adding to, the ghosts in the world or whatever,
Yeah.
Oh, especially since, in that you get to pick, like, what type of gang you are, which can affect some, like, as a gang, as a whole, you can get, like, different abilities based on that to affect, like, what your speciality is, which I think is cool. And, get into beef with rival gangs and stuff, and noble families and whatnot. And I'm like, yeah, love to see it. Oh, and I know there's some extra fiction. Like I think there's some books written in the setting, and some supplements about how they get like a powerful fuel source from hunting leviathans in like the ocean, and they're like fucked up hell beasts. And you're basically like whaling for them with these big industrial boats. But also, if you like fight them, like monsters will just kind of, I think it's basically described as like they kind of just ooze off of them, like they're just spawning from them and just kind of fall off. So like that's also fun. Love fucked up hell beasts, fucked up hell world, and just trying to make it day by day. Let's see here, what? God, I'm looking through some of the playbooks here. Love how one, just called the Lurk, has the ability to just, the flavor text is, you may shift partially into the ghost field, becoming shattery and insubstantial for a few moments, or, taking some extra stress to, for minutes of being invisible, then shattery and even floating. So just, what if you're a good enough sneak to just become a ghost?
I mean, Kitty, anyone can become a ghost once. Oh, I cast a magic spell on him that turned him into a ghost. You mean you murdered him? Well, technically.
Oh, I'm reminded of a cartoon called Witch's Night Out, and it's like Halloween, and like the kids want to be real versions of their stuff. So like real Frankenstein, real Wolfman, real Ghost.
Oh no.
Yeah, thankfully it doesn't do that bad, but like yeah. The actual witch like comes and like turns them into the real versions with the
Oh,
spell.
that's fun.
Witch with a gun who turns you into a real ghost.
One more. Okay, one more, and I get to fuse an Aries.
Thanks.
Okay. Wait. That's not... Was it no? No? Huh. Oh, for... Why does it keep doing that?
I keep forgetting that Femme is a category of demon in these games.
Femme demons, butch angels. No.
Oh my.
Yeah.
That would be a good demon,
They
actually.
kiss.
U-Haul demons.
Oh boy, okay.
You know what?
There we go.
Hey, nice. Do you want to like save or save state or something just in case? Nice.
I could use a Baphomet.
Oh? Huh. Interesting.
Okay, those are some useful skills. Suck. A skill
Suck.
just called suck.
Suck?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Guessing it's like, sucking health out of them or whatever. But it's just still a great name.
It's the special ability of succubi.
That's a Baphomet, though.
Look, they also get it. It's fine. And real quick, I was looking. I still need to read through it all, but I was poking around at the PDF for the the tabletop RPG called Fist. Uh, which is a game inspired by like Metal Gear Solid in storytelling, where you're playing as like not. Let me just go.
I may have made a mistake.
Oh dear. Oh yes, here's the little like preamble bit of now, the second half of the 20th century. The powers that be are locked in a tense nuclear standoff, and the fate of the world hangs in the balance. Away from the watchful eye of national intelligence, a cadre of exceptional misfits is assembled. These soldiers of fortune are uniquely equipped for covert and unusual operations. In these uncertain times, the line between science and superstition has been broken, and the new arms race is only beginning. Or you or your associates may be faced with weapons, tactics, and actors unlike any you've ever seen before. For a price, those exceptional misfits can help. When you're all out of options, it's time to call Fist, Freelance Infantry Strike Team, right? And when you're making your character, right? You can pick some traits and go through their inventory and all that. And I was like looking through the traits, and where would it be? Would it be around here? Okay, yeah. There's one called Puppet Master. You can implant a command in someone's brain by rolling the dice plus forceful. If you succeed, they have no choice but to follow it. And if you pick that, then you get a strappy leather harness. And I'm like, God, of course there'd be a trait to be what's his name? Laughing Octopus? No, that's
Decoy
that's the Metal Gear Solid
Octopus?
4 one. What's his name? Psycho Mantis.
Psycho Mantis.
And of course you get the leather harness because yeah.
Yeah, if you got Psycho Mantis, you've got to have the leather straps, you've got to have the gas mask, you know?
Of course.
He's got a whole look going on.
Yeah.
Actually, this. Okay, they're just both beasts. Okay.
God, some of these traits are great. There's Quantum. If another character dies, you may rewind time to shortly before their death, and permanently swap bodies and character sheets, excluding your role, with them, giving you a second chance to save their life. But if you try to swap back into a body you've inhabited before, kills the one you're leaving. But yeah, just that's such a wild idea, and I love it. Of trying to save your friend's life, but like swapping bodies with them in the process. Bonkers. It's so good. Love it when games let you do wild nonsense. And it's just like, yeah, sure, go for it. Oh my god, you can just be a vampire. You're pale
You
and
can
shadowy,
just
you starve for blood.
be a vampire.
If you have recently fed on the new victim, your next roll will be 1 degree success higher. If you're currently exposed to sunlight, all your rolls will be 1 degree success lower, and you get a gothic amulet. Used to turn into a bat. Hell yeah. That's so good. Which, speaking of which, man, I really hate that in Metal Gear Solid, they're like, actually, Vamp isn't a vampire, even though
He's bisexual.
he's, he's, he's
He,
bisexual.
he did
and-
drink blood to survive, but that's just like an incidental thing.
Yeah, but it's like he walks up walls.
Yeah,
he just walks
he
up the
swims like a
wall.
goddamn dolphin.
Yeah, and you like,
Hilariously, he only has the swimming powers because they cut another character from the plot and just gave him that boss fight.
wait, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Dead
god.
Cell originally had 2 other characters who are never actually, like, they're killed off in a flashback instead. Old Boy, who's like a really ancient, like, eh, God, I can't remember the specifics of what he was. But like, he's just by far the oldest member of the squad. And the Chinaman, who is in fact not Chinese,
God.
And yes,
who is like a
Yes.
aquatic specialist. Both of them are characters in the webcomic Last Days of Foxhound, and they're both just because Fortune like hadn't shown up, like she hadn't joined the squad at the time the comic is set, and it's like, okay, so you get these weirdos instead. And again, that does kind of take liberties of what Dead Cell is. In the games, they're basically a squad that assist in training exercises. Like, they're highly specialized, but what they're meant to do is, like, do their weird gimmicks as a training thing to, like, train people to not, like, to think outside of the box, to beat them or something. And they've just gone off the rails.
Huh.
Last Days of Foxhound just makes them like a rival squad to Foxhound, and it's just, yeah, sure, makes sense.
Agreed, yeah. But yeah,
They are, of course, all super weirdos because everyone with any kind of like gimmick in Metal Gear is a weirdo.
Old
oh yeah, it's great.
Old Boy was basically reused as the end in MGS3.
Ah,
pretty
that makes
much.
sense.
They retooled the whole concept into that, and he's better for it.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
the end, great character, great boss fight.
Yeah.
absolutely. I still wish they didn't retcon that into the weird parasite that they introduced in MGS5. Or like, actually, and like, just let things be weird. Like, there's ghosts. Ghosts are real.
Yeah.
Ghosts are real and exist in the Metal Gear Solid setting. and it's very important that they're real. Actually, like Ocelot's dad's a medium. Who he was a spirit medium until he died and became a ghost. And it's yeah. You get to see him in a boss fight later on. Like there's a time limit, and he's like, or I think there's like I forget if it's also. Oh yeah, I think it's even before the boss fight. It's, maybe you could potentially see him like holding up signs telling you like, hey, like you have this much time left before like Volgan does his thing or whatever. And it's like, love this weird ghost man.
I think he helps you after that, after his boss.
Oh, okay.
Oh right, can't use the
Yeah.
comp in this area.
God.
Yeah, it's because sorry,
Wait, what? Oh,
because
damn
Snake has a near-death experience during the sorrow fight. Like after that point, he can see the sorrow if you go into his first-person viewpoint, and so you do get this ghost who is actually trying to help you succeed. Like he'll
Yeah.
hold up signs which say like, yeah, here's the radio frequency for unlocking a door, or like he'll just be there in the background. He's often hanging around behind the boss. Because of
Yeah.
course he's hunting her. He's quite literally hunting her narrative.
Yeah. God.
Yeah.
So good. But yeah, no. To go back to like, it's important that he, he's there and he's a ghost, and it's like, but then it's I don't know. It's a weird thing with Kojima sometimes, where it feels like he has to justify, like it's okay for Metal Gear Solid 3 to have like ghosts in it, and like yeah, ghosts are real, and then not have to really talk about it ever again. But
Yeah.
instead, it's like, no, this weird guy can't just be like this weird old man that kind of like photosynthesize can't just be a weird old guy who just photosynthesizes. I have to connect him to my new lore, and it's like you could just let him be. It's fine. And I think the fear was also described or retconned with that when he was just described like his only weird special thing he was born with was being double jointed, but the fear was a guy who like purposely got surgery to like make himself even more double jointed and like do other weird shit to himself.
Fear.
Fear. He's so
Yeah.
he's
I love the
so funny.
Cobras. They're ridiculous, but they're good.
They are, and it's like the fear like doesn't need the weird parasite like thing. He's just a weirdo
Yeah.
who's really skilled at what he does.
See,
until
I
you get him.
liked the Cobra unit being, yeah, these are the weird super soldiers of World War II. Like that's the era they're from. They don't have the same gimmicks that like more modern ones have. Like they don't have high tech kind of things, but they do have ridiculous magic nonsense, or like the double jointed guy who crawls around on his legs, or the crawls around on hands and legs, or the incredibly ancient sniper who was already old and part plants, like decades before the game takes place.
Yeah.
What's interesting
Yeah.
is that psychics just exist. There is
Yeah,
no
they just do exist.
real explanation. They just sort of exist. And not
God.
really all that focused on.
Yeah. God, actually thinking about it, like, without spoiling anything, it's very important that psychics exist to Metal Gear Solid 5. There's a big plot point of, like, it's very important that there's a psychic, and also Volgan. Volgan's weirdness is never explained either, which I'm glad about. But it's like, why does that not explain that there's a weird magic man with lightning powers who's Russian but sings a Japanese
Kuwabara,
song,
Kuwabara.
to try to get the to keep the rain from coming because he's afraid of being electrocuted by lightning because because of his weird lightning powers, he would be, the most likely thing to be struck with lightning during a lightning storm. So it's like, yeah, it's like he just gets the B, but it's like, no, we have to explain the other things with the parasite. But it's like, you don't have to. It's fine. That said, I do love that in every Metal Gear, even the ones that take place before, like, Metal Gear Solid 1, like, he just keeps making the robots bigger. Like, we need, like, the new robots to be bigger. I don't care if the first Metal Gear was only, like, in the MSX game was only, like, 20 feet tall. We need, like, we need this new one to be, like, 30 meters tall. Like, let's go. And I'm like, no, what? You're so true. So good. No, so true, bestie. We do need the robots to be bigger. Even if it doesn't really make sense, it's more exciting that way. Let's go.
Yeah, it's like really cool when you suddenly have to deal with the philanthropist, and it's like so huge, and it's like, oh god.
It's so good. Like, because it kicked ass in Metal Gear Solid 2 when you have to fight Metal Gear Ray as Raiden, and it's like, you're not just fighting one, you're fighting multiple, and you have a fucking
That
missile launcher, and it's like, well, I guess I'm gonna do a whole bunch of cool flips and
fight
try to not die.
that fight honestly kind of sucked.
Yeah, they do throw a lot at you. It's a very surprising amount. Like, if they had a bit fewer, but made them more intimidating,
Oh god damn it. My computer.
that would work. Oh,
Windows!
god damn it.
Oh, cool. Okay. Let's see the stats. Level 23 has Tarunda.
What's the Runda?
It decreases attack.
Ah. Excuse me.
Oh god, darn it.
Nice.
Oh, I don't want to give any of the 9s I have. Because those actually boost stats when they're at max.
Okay.
Right.
know what? Um, since you're like, the whole computer issue, I'm suddenly reminded of La Mulana and how you get a laptop in the first game, and you can get more RAM for it and stuff, and it has important programs that you can like get or find in the ancient ruins of La Mulana itself that can that are really useful. Like some will let you scan uh scan, let's see, like hieroglyphs or whatever, to like scan text to like note to translate them, or uh let's see, I think there's one for like the mantras you can find later. And also, I think if you have special like combinations of programs active at once, you can like get special abilities or whatever. And like some of them were like games that the devs made in the past or whatever. Oh, love that. And also, I do love that La Milana 2 stars like the first the protagonist of the first game's his daughter, and it's set a few years afterwards. So like instead of a laptop, she has a tablet. And like, no, that's a fun little detail. Also, she's very pretty, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw something in Games Remember, like, well, gotta gotta block this instantly.
Ah, you fuck! You fuck!
Oh no.
Yeah.
Actually, 15, 13. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, wait.
um. So I looked at the post Mary shared in Games Remember, and then looked at the OP, and Love pulled over by a state trooper and slowly but very obviously grabbing a mithril glaive from the back seat. God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry again. Quickly looking at Tumblr of just struggling with writing an email. They didn't have to deal with this shit in ancient Babylon. Ancient Babylonian struggling to compose a cuneiform tablet. My God, I wish I could just do this shit with a computer. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a post earlier that was this meeting could have been a creepypasta.
Yeah. Still would have been more productive.
Yeah. Like, I have been in meetings that could have been creepypastas. Then my manager jumped out of the screen, and he had realistic red eyes and was crying realistic blood.
Wait, did Ares get turned into a bat?
Damn. Got turned into a bat. Funny shit. No. I'm not even finished that, but I. Huh.
Alright, we win.
Hell yeah.
Wow, we finished World of Envy.
That Lilith was a reflection of your soul, filled with jealousy. Yes, we're doing that theming thing here. This is the envy dungeon.
I don't think that was my jealousy. I think you just sent that to attack me.
I think you're jealous of something. Anyway, you suppressed it with force. Like you have to suppress envy with force. Right?
Damn it, what have I been doing? Ring of Unselfishness.
I'm very smart. Yeah,
I
God,
love that
it's
that's just canonically this demon lord. He's just that.
yeah, it's like, well, actually, you see, it's connected to envy. And it's like, no, it's not. Envy.
What does this have to do with envy?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Know what?
Whoa.
Know what would have been the
Whoa, 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 whoa.
know what? What if they had one of the other characters or partners you could have joined up with, but it's like they're much stronger and powerful, whatever. And like, you know, and it's like, oh, maybe there's an option that like they try to trick you into like, oh, you can leave your partner behind to have me join you, and like you can both just sometimes randomly join up in battles and just wipe the floor, wipe out the wave of demons fighting you or whatever, and you know they just kind of auto join just to flex on you, and then like leave, and you're like, then you'd actually feel some amount of envy or something, right? Like that could have been something they could have done. Maybe? I don't know the limitations of this engine, but it feels like something they could have tried.
Yeah, it does.
Something.
Somehow Cerberus is taking damage? What? Maybe Bat just drains health from other characters?
Maybe.
Hey, you're here! Sorry, friends, but you're not getting past here. I'm not gonna let you get away either. Man, just look how I upgraded myself. Once I present your head on a silver platter to the Demon Emperor, he'll shower me with rewards for sure. Either way, there's no scientific basis for believing that you'll be able to survive.
God?
Yes, you see, he also represents envy in that he wants my attention for being my most powerful minion and therefore is envious of the others. Listen, if he kills you, can we just move on from this, envy thing? I ran out of ideas like 3 floors ago. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, he is way easier than the other boss. Yeah, barely doing much damage, really. And I'm just debuffing him so he'll do even less damage.
You love to see it.
Also, his plasma actually...
See.
Oh.
No? Go ahead.
His plasma actually counts as gun damage.
Huh.
Get on.
Yeah, all of his attacks are physical, actually, so... Tarunda just ruins him.
God.
Yep. Yeah, strength next. And Reiko... Well, she's making up.
Yeah?
This is impossible. Why did I lose? Show me the scientific basis. Ugh. Oh, right. Moon. And she is almost level up, so just gonna... No, can't drop any of those. I think he dropped the plasma sword. And I don't really need the shotgun shells. Yeah, she needs another guardian. Also another level, so... How many levels off is she? Oh, 5. That's not so bad.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the moon to change. Okay, there it goes. Oh yeah, surprise round. Okay, there we go. That was over
Oh.
fast. Okay, what does she get? Oh, that. And that is... I don't know. Neat.
Oh, nice.
She now has the Haman.
Wait, isn't that the group, holy, insta-kill, or am I misremembering?
Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah, hammer is the light spell. It's an insta kill.
yes, and it also is good for punching vampires with.
Yeah. You can also use it for climbing like greased up pillars. That's the whole thing.
Oh, can we not use the plasma sword? Nope.
Whack.
Fucking gendered equipment.
How is a sword
Gendered plasma sword.
Yeah. Oh man, the plasma sword was also the strongest sword in 4. Of course, swords really weren't great. They're just... They were only really good for the basic physical attacks, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, just gonna save again, just in case. But yeah, we're done with both Wrath and Envy. Only Greed is next. And then the final dungeons.
Nice.
And then the Kira's route.
Sin to fill out the dungeons. It's not even despair.
Well, I hope you enjoyed, everyone. See you next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Yeah, see ya.
Right.
See ya on Saturday. And also next week. Later.
Ciao.